Hello, hello, everybody. Come on in, say hello. There I am. So, I don't know what the deal is with this camera, but um when I'm on my business subscription group, it it the camera needs to be higher, which is really weird. And then I don't like this view because I feel it's not wide enough. I don't get it. Anyway, we're going to make do. I have a lot of projects I'm working on, but mainly what I wanted to show you guys is if you've purchased my stencils just recently, I do have a couple of new ones that I will be posting, but if you purchased some of my stencils from my live a couple of weeks ago, I'm just going to show you what else you could do with it besides just the kits that I demonstrated or showed you guys. So I'm doing 3 different projects. We'll see how much we get through today, but this is one of them, and it's just on these 2x2 blocks. And I cut out a little chick. He's going to have a little poofy hair, and then this bunny rabbit, and then I designed this new bunny on eggs. I thought that'd be kind of a cute little backdrop for it. And we're going to use Egg Hunt on the top of this one, which I'm excited about because that way you have more to use this for. And this was the 4-word Easter stencil. This is $12. But yeah, it's got 4 different ones that you could use, and I'm going to use Egg Hunt. And then on the bigger bunnies, I'm also doing this. These blocks you can purchase at Dollar Tree. Let me see if I can get it in here so you could see it. And I designed these little ears that I'm just going to glue right on top of it. And we'll see what that looks like. But I'm going to use the chick face and the bunny face for this one. So I thought that'd be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Let me just tell you about the colors that I'm using. I used GP Purple by Delta, Crystal Blue by DecoArt. This one is DecoArt Cadmium Yellow Hue, Waverly Chalk White for all of the whites, and Poodle Skirt Pink for the pinks. And this one is Lake by Delta Ceramcoat. I wanted a little contrast other than that crystal blue. And then that's about it. I think I've given you all the colors. I tend to use the same colors on all of my items. So if you did purchase some Easter kits, you can kind of just go back, and this is the colors that I use and I shade with. So I'll tell you what the shading is as I go along. Feel free to comment. I think you might be commenting, but I can't see comments. So let's see if I can get this to work. I swear this is like way different than my subscription page. I think it's the weirdest thing. Let me refresh this page and go back here. All right, let's get started. And I also sanded the edges on all of these blocks because I'm just going to antique wax them. Something really simple and easy that I like to do. It just finishes things off really well. So there's that. Okay, so let's start with white. I'm going to get some white paint out on my palette, and let's do sable brown. I like to shade my bunnies in slate gray, but since the edges are going to be antique wax, I'm going to do it in a brown. How is everybody doing? I know I haven't been on here in forever, I feel like, doing a DIY, so thank you for joining me. Hi, Cynthia. I still can't see comments. I have a lot of new followers, so I'm excited. If you're new and you're here, welcome. I think I see comments now. Good. Okay. So we're going to get the white and we're just going to, oh, let me get a piece of paper because I use a piece of paper every time. I try not to get my silicone mat dirty as much as I can. And it's just nice to have because it kind of grips, the silicone's kind of sticky. So that's what I like to do. So we're just going to shade the edges of the foot. Yeah, so how have you been? I said in my subscription group that it's pretty warm out here in California, which is crazy because last week I was really cold all the time. And I know a lot of you have snow in your area. So just shade all of these. I want to give this one more coat. I saw it was kind of thin. Hello, Arlene. Yeah, why don't you guys comment on there where you're watching from? I'd love to see where everybody's from. Just to kind of see if we've touching all of the states. I'll start. I'm from California. Many of you know that. I know. All right, so I just gave it another coat, and I'm just going to ink the or shade the edges here just to give the bunny some color. And you don't have to do this when you get my kits. You don't have to, of course, do any of this. You could just paint it one color and be done with it. Just like to give it a little bit of character on there. And then we're also going to do this one. So we're doing a lot of different projects. We'll see how many I get done. They should be pretty simple though. So that's what's nice is I kind of want to show you how simple it is and how you can finish this in one evening. And it wasn't even hard to base coat either, which is really nice. New Hampshire. Arlene, I forget about that. Again, I don't know why I'm not coming up. Hello, Rosie. Rose Connolly. I saw why and I saw like, oh, that's Rosie. It's Rose Connolly. New Hampshire. It must be cold over there, right? My nephew got accepted to school in New Hampshire, I think he said. Don't know if he's going to go to that one, but he got accepted to a lot of law schools back east. So we'll see what he ends up doing. Does anybody call you Rosie Rose, or is that just me for the first time? My mom's name is Rosa, and people know her as Rosie. She didn't like Rosa, so she went by Rosie. Oh, you're from here too. Whereby? Are we close? Are we close? You know what, you guys, I get excited that I have everybody from all over the country, but I get really excited when I get somebody from California because hardly any of my followers are from California. Aw, that's cute, Rose. Oh my gosh, you're driving home, Judy. You're always somewhere. You're out and about. Very cold. Last week we got 18 inches of snow, and because it is so cold, it is not going anywhere. Oh, it just stays, huh? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. 18 inches. North of LA. Ah, 2 hours north. So like Sacramento area, but that's too high. North would be Bakersfield. Brad, Bakersfield's north, yeah? Is it Bakersfield? Let's guess where where Rose is from. 2 hours north of California. Of 2 hours north of LA. All right. So just like that. Oh, Bakersfield. My daughter's fiance's family he has a lot of people in Bakersfield. All right, and then we're going to do this guy. And since we're going to ink the edges in antique wax, I'm just going to worry about doing the little folded ear here. So just like that. Okay. Now let's grab some Poodle Script Pink. Oh no, let's do since we have let's do Sable Grain for the Sable Brown for the yellow. All right. I've got this little peep here. And this is also will be a kit if anybody's interested. I know a lot of you bought the Hanging with My Peeps stencil. So I thought I would offer the peeps that went along with it if you wanted. Although you could, it doesn't have to be this kind of peeps because it could just be peeps, but all right. You could do a bunny, like you could do this and have the little chick and the little bunny. It's cute too. Just giving you different options. All right, and then we'll go ahead and shade the around this little chick. This is basically almost just an egg shape that I did, a little bit rounder than egg shape, I guess. But I was telling the girls in my group that Easter's a lot of fun to design for. I've got more patterns that I'm excited about. Hopefully I'll be able to do a live before Easter. All right, now let's go with Poodle Script Pink. And this is new from Hobby Lobby, this Crafters Collection, and I really like this pink. I'm not sure if I like the paint here yet, but since they're not carrying Deco Art anymore. All right, let me move this out of the way and just work with this bunny. So what I love about coming on live, I just hope, and that's why I like to watch a lot of DIYers myself, because it's always fun to get your creative juices going. And if you design or I mean, maybe you see something and you're like, oh, I don't have that piece of wood, but I have this. And you can kind of design something with that. That's what I love about it. A lot of the designs that I come up with sometimes is by just looking at different things on Pinterest and then thinking, oh, like I can do that, but on wood, sometimes it doesn't always have to be wood that you see. If you see something that you like. All right, now let's go with GP Purple and Passion by Delta. Both of them are by Delta. All right, and let's shade this peep. Let me see. Am I missing anything? Let me see. Oh, Rose, I didn't see you. I am from Temple City, and we're about 15 minutes from LA. So Pasadena area. You have someone driving you, huh, Judy? That's nice. Yeah, so I'm about 10 minutes from Pasadena, where the Rose Parade crosses. So very close to LA. I'm sure you're warm out there too, huh, Rose? Gets hotter there, I think, right? A little warmer. Yellow was a yellow cadmium yellow hue. Okay, that purple's done. And then let's just put color on this egg here. Yeah, so most of the Easter stuff, I don't think there's a color that I haven't used that is on that Easter item. So it's all these same colors that I use. Makes it easy for everybody. Oh, it's cold and foggy, huh? So you didn't get our little heat wave, huh? That's funny. I always thought if it's hot here, it's hotter there. That's what I know. Okay, so we're good with that. And now let's go. Oh, let's get this. I'm going to pencil in. I'm going to paint this pink. So I want to pencil in. And this one as well. All right, let's paint that in with Poodle Skirt Pink. And Poodle Skirt Pink covers really well. Rose, I do cut my own kits. Sometimes I sell the SVG files if you have a machine that you can cut it with. But yes, I cut my own bunnies, and I have a laser machine. Makes it so easy to cut my stencils. All that good stuff. This brush is not cooperating. All right, and this one. Okay. No, I'm not far from you at all, Rose. A hot skip and a jump. I could probably count on both hands how many customers I have in California. Most everybody is Midwest and back east, which is kind of crazy to me, but funny at the same time. Okay, since we have pink out, let's get this stencil of the bunny nose and eyes. I want to do the big one, but I don't want to do the big one. I feel like it's going to be popping out too much. I'm just not sure. This one is way too big for that one. So maybe this one will be, let's start with this first. How about that? Let's get Pumpkin by Waverly. And we're going to stencil this little nose on, his beak. And what's nice about this stencil is it has 4 different sizes, so depends on what you're working with. And I put the eyes, the same eyes down here, so when you put the eyes on, if you don't want to, if you're afraid you're going to touch your beak or whatever, you cannot do that. You don't have to do that. So then let's put this guy on here. Let's get some more paint. Oh, I got it on the eye, but it's going to be black, so we'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Isn't how the saying goes? Let's give this one more coat, I think. It is so warm here. This is drying up so fast, which is good and bad. You know, there's needs to be a happy medium, I feel, when it comes to painting. All right. Okay, let's put those aside for now. We're done with the orange. And then I think for this guy, it's the same size eyes. Why does it look so much smaller? All right, let's stick with this guy because I'm scared those other eyes are going to be too big. But then I wonder if I should do this nose and these eyes. I like the big nose. Let's try that. Let's try this. Destroy the big nose and the smaller eyes. Okay. And get my block. Remember, you can get these at Dollar Tree. I think this one needs the big eyes. Chicks are smaller, so maybe I should stick to the small eyes for the chick and all right, let's do this again. Give this one more coat. All right. Honey, can you do me a favor? Outside, underneath the scroll saw where all the extra stuff is, there's a bee stencil. A stencil of a bee. Can you grab it for me, please? There we go. Nice round nose. All right, let's give this, oh, I don't want to put that in the water yet. I don't like putting things in the water until I'm absolutely done with them, because a lot of the stuff I do is dry brush. Hi, Kathy from Ohio. Oh, you do freehand your I mean, I used to freehand until I started doing stencils. So most of my stencils are for everybody to be able to it just makes it so much easier. Uh-oh. All right, and then let's give this another coat. I've told my group that my daughter thinks stencils are cheating, because she says, can you even do a face anymore? I'm like, oh my gosh, Amy, yes, I can make a face. Okay, that's perfect there. And then on this one, I am going to use this little bee nose. So I just wanted to show you that you don't always have to use it for what it's for. Ta-da! We got a nose. How simple is that? Okay. Got way too much stuff here. It feels crowded. Okay, we're done with all of that. Let's go ahead and shade these pieces here. Let me get a little shader here. And I'm gonna use Poodle Skirt Pink along with that pink from Crafters, whatever it is. Not too happy about Decor not being in Hobby Lobby anymore. Can you tell? But this is a nice pink, so I'm gonna give them that much. And then we're going to put some color at the bottom of his nose. right, just like that. And show you the bottom of his little nose. Okay, I think that's done. All right, how are we doing? Any questions? Are we good? All right. So now I'm going to get a dry brush and I'm going to, let's get a bigger one. For red, see, this is already red. It's a dry old brush and I'm going to dip it in Poodle Skirt Pink and wipe off the excess and put some cheeks on it. I do it with Poodle Skirt Pink and then I'm going to do it with pink. And I'm just blending cheeks. This is the technique that I use for most everything that I do. Get some more Poodle Skirt Pink out on my palette. Okay, and then this guy needs cheeks. Okay, and then we'll do his cheeks. We might need a smaller brush for him, but let's see if we can get away with doing this brush. But we will need a smaller brush because of his ears. Let's get smaller brush. I'm not going to put that in the water yet because I might need it. And on these ears, I didn't paint them. I'm just going to blush them on. And since my brush already has red, it's already kind of coming out like raspberry. So that's what I like to see. But I'm going to go in with the pink again to make it even darker and go over just like that. And then like that. Get a little bit more pink. And add a little bit more on the nose here. Just like that. All right, I think we're good there. Now let's get cherry red. Oh, Rose, you know somebody on here. Look at that. You guys are friends. I'm new to you. Oh, what I missed it. I'm new to you. Would you mind talking a little about your subscription group? Oh, for sure, Sue. So, my subscription group is $32 a month. You get, and with that, you get 4 designs every month. So, let me grab some of this color here. And they're brand new designs. I create all of them. They're my own personal designs. And you're able to take those designs. You can make them and sell them, but do not sell the designs themselves. What else? I go on the weekend. It's very fluid. I'm so sorry for that because I don't know how many of you know me. I have a full-time job, so my time is kind of scrunched on the weekend. Most of the time I've been going on Sundays. I try to give you guys a heads up as to when I'm going on, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. You could always watch the replay. All of the line drawings are up there from the beginning of time, so you're welcome to any of them. The videos, however, come down after 30 days, and I put them on YouTube on a private channel that only my subscribers can see. And I'm done with this one too, I think. Let me put that in the water. All right, so then I'm going to get, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to get cherry red and I'm going to blend cherry red on here. I show you techniques. A lot of times I'll show you my palette and how I did things. That way you guys can get a better feel for it. I sometimes sell kits. I don't always. It just depends on what it is. I try to offer as many kits as possible for those of you who do not cut wood. Although, like, since I go on every week, it's really hard to keep up with all of my designs. But like I said, if you have a woodcutter, you can cut them out. You can take pieces of it and sell them, make them as gifts. And then you can cancel at any time. And once you cancel, then you will be off of the YouTube channel and all of that stuff. But other than that, if you have any questions, please ask me and I'll try to answer as much as I can. All right, so I'm going to pick up some pumpkin, and I'm going to, with the dry brush again, and I'm going to put cheeks on with the pumpkin first, and then I'll go with cherry red afterwards. And then another thing about the designs, I do not sell any of the pieces. I don't sell the design for at least 6 months. That's my promise to you guys. So you guys have 6 months to do with it. If you want to sell it, people haven't even seen it yet. But I am going to tell you, out of the, I think it's 2 years now, who's been on since the very beginning. Hi, Lori. Aw, thank you, Lori. 2 years now, 3 years. I think we're on I don't know if I'm on my second or third year, but I've sold on Etsy designs from the group twice. So that's how, and like, just figure it out, 12 times 4, 48 designs a year. And they're basically all yours. I don't tend to make them again. So I've seen some of my subscribers go back and get some old designs and do them. And I love seeing that because I'm like, that's awesome, because don't just limit to yourself what I'm showing you this time around, this year. Go back a couple years and get those designs and redo them. So it's really pretty pretty cool, I think. You can watch live if you want, and if not, like I said, it stays on for 30 days, and then if not, you can go on to YouTube to watch it. So it's a lot of fun. I have great, great people on there. I go on and I talk about my Hobby Lobby thing. I talk about my kids. People are probably sick of hearing me about it. I talk about the Dodgers. So if you're not a Dodger fan, I'm sorry. I am a baseball fan though. So yeah. Okay. We're good with all of that, right? Good, good. I'm just trying to see what I need to do now. Okay, let's go ahead and highlight. So I'm going to get another brush to do my highlighting, another scruffy brush. I'm going to grab some white and dry brush on here. And I'm just going to highlight. In this part, like I said, you don't have to do any of this. It's just what I do, and I just love how they come to life a little bit more. And it's kind of what separates my designs, I feel, with other people, is adding this. And I have seen people in my group use this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Like, to see other people use it and it works, like, I love that part of it. So yeah, I know a lot of people think that they don't cut wood, so they don't want to join the group. But like I said, I try to give you as many kits as I can. So most all the time, it's at least one or two a month that I sell the kits for. So I think I've used a couple of stencils from the group to sell on my page, but not a whole bunch. So you get exclusive, access to that type of stuff. So I'm just highlighting here. Thank you for asking, Sue. Are these designs similar to what you would offer in the group? Yes and no. Shoot, I forgot. I should have highlighted this guy. Sorry. They're a little bit more intricate, I would say. A little bit more detailed. These tend to be a little simpler than this. Is probably a little bit more detailed than what I'm usually used to, but for the most part, yeah, they're a little bit more detailed. I can show you what we did today, and it's super, super cute. I try to go ahead of the holidays so that if you are selling or going to have boutiques coming up, then you can get ready for them and have time to sell them. So there's that. Let me... Yvette, can you hand me the thing I did today? Please? Careful, the things will topple over. I saw my daughter in the kitchen. I'm like, let me grab her. Oh, I didn't shade that crystal blue. Here we go. So this is what we did, and I showed them how to wash the rainbow. Thank you, baby. The rainbow and all of that stuff, and then the little clovers that are going to go on this leprechaun's tray. So this is what we did today, and this is a stencil just for the group. They're able to buy. So yeah, so you get a little bit more detailed designs than you would here on my page. I don't go on often on my page either, so there's that. I try to. My goal is always to come on at least once a month, but time just gets the best of me, and I'm unable to do that. But okay, so I should have done this before I put his beak on, but day late. That'll work there. Let's get some more white. So yeah, we worked on that a little bit ago. And then I usually try to get the design up by Tuesday or Wednesday, the latest. Sometimes I'm get so caught up, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Thursday, I gotta get the design up. So I just got a new computer, which is making it so much easier for me to do things. So I've been kind of better about that. And plus, it's not so crazy because of Christmas, but I try to get it up as soon as I can so that you guys can start working on them. My goal has always been, and I've always said this, and it's never happened. So I don't even know why I'm saying it. My goal would be to one day have a design and share it with the group and give them time to cut it, or if there's a kit that I could offer for them to get it in time for me so we can work on it together. I've done workshops like that, and I think only one or two people follow along anyway, even with the kit. So it's just kind of funny. I know everybody gets busy, so they do it on their own time. So I'm just adding highlight here, you guys, just to highlight all of these pieces. All right, and then let's highlight his little nose here. Might be too big. I might need a smaller brush, but let's try. There we go. Let's highlight this little poof. And I always try to do lighter colors first and then go to darker colors because it will get your brush dirty. And you do not want that. You do not want black on pink and vice versa. Let's add a little bit of highlight on this little beak here. You're leaving?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you for bringing lunch. All right, and then let's highlight the eggs here. We're going to put a design on here, so you just want to put a little design. And then actually, let's get crystal blue and let's use turquoise blue, I guess. Let's see if it's dark enough to shade this one egg that I totally forgot to not shade. Actually, the one I like to use is Laguna. I should actually, yeah, let's use Laguna. I'm almost out of this. I should put a swatch so I can get it from Home Depot. I'm trying to get just colors that I use a lot. It's not one I use a whole bunch, but since it's getting harder for me to find colors. There we go. It needed color. Okay. Let's see. Is worth that I also picked up on how to do things. Oh, nice, Lori. See, that's a good thing. 3 years in August. Yeah, Georgie, I think you've been there since the beginning of time, right? I know it's hard to keep up sometimes. Sounds good. I paint and I love your designs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough. I mean, there's been times that I'm like, oh, what am I going to do this week? But for the most part, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be like, okay, I'm going to do this and come up with some type of drawing. I also have my girls. I was drawing actually, was it this? No, it was another rabbit that's not here yet. But I said, what's wrong with this rabbit? And she goes, maybe the ears need to be bigger. So I have people that can help me figure things out. All right, let's try to add a highlight on this guy. On both of these. Yeah, so if you need me to send you the PayPal link, let me know. Just send me a direct message and I can send it to you. And once I see that, so then you go back on Crafted by You and Me and ask to join, and I'll see that you paid, and then I will let you in. You could start with all the fun. Okay, so this is done, that's done. Oh, they need eyes though. Okay, I think we're good, right? With the highlight, I could put this in my water bucket. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put designs on this little guy. So we're gonna start with white on here. Let's see if I could do it with this brush. Can I do it with this brush instead of a stencil brush? Let's see. This needs to be darker. Looks like my highlight. So I'm just trying to darken it a bit. Very nice, very nice, very nice. This, I'll offer this stencil as well. I think I might make it a little bit bigger so that if you have a bigger area to do, I've offered the bigger circle stencil last time. I'll offer both of them just so you guys can see the difference, so you know that there's a different one. Let me make this still a little brighter. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then the new stencil I have is an egg stencil. I just did one. It's this one. And I'm going to do this with pink. Let's do purple. Let's do GP purple. Actually, I could. Let's see, where are we at here? Hi, Corinne. You're welcome, Sue. Let's do purple on the lines, and then we'll do pink. See what that looks like. Super nice. And then, shoot, I wish I could. I don't want to. I guess I can just get another one. Let's get this one for pink. Because once you use it, it's really hard. We should start with a darker color. Sue, do you cut your own wood? Do you guys just buy kits? Are your friend? I'm assuming you're friends with Rose, since you said hi, Rose, or did you just say hi to be nice? Are you from California as well? Let's darken that up a little bit more. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a little bit of the darker pink. And then just darken this up a little bit. Uh-oh. Too much paint. Hopefully it doesn't seep through. Okay, very nice. Beautiful. Okay, so the last one I'm going to do, let's do blue stripes. And I'm going to water down some crystal blue. And I'm going to freehand stripes all the way down. I try not to go over it too much. I'm going over it too much. Just like that. Okay, let's set that aside. And now we're going to get, all right, a drink of water. I'm talking a lot. Julie, hello. Oh, you're in New York. Oh, I see, Sue. You're so funny. Julie, haven't seen you in a while. I do see you pop up on comments, but I meant see you in person. Julie used to live here, and she moved to North Carolina. A friend of mine. Okay, where are we? I'm thinking and thinking at the same time. Let's put the eyes on. So I still have to decide on the big eyes or the little eyes. I like the big eyes. I'm gonna do the big eyes. I might regret it, but I'm doing it. That's it. This is my final offer. My final decision. If I can find. Let me do this one. Okay, let me get some black paint out here on my palette. South Carolina. Oh my gosh, snowy. So how do you like it, Julie, coming from Southern California? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Inquiring minds want to know.